Hello, Divas. Welcome to the Rich Diva Masterclass. Hi, everybody. Okay, so who is ready to become illuminated and deeply connected to your power as you ascend into a new divine sacred way of making more money than you ever have by really tapping into a deeper level of service, abundance, and monetization of your brand? Can I get a heck yes? Let's get some of you participating in the chat. It's wonderful to see you here. I can see you all down. When I look to the left, I'm looking at you all. Hey, everyone. Hey, Laura, Miranda, Kit. Hey, the lady, Cozzy. Okay, we're ready. Can everyone hear me? Can I please get a yes? Everyone live? Can you let them know, please, Megan, that we are live, that they should be hearing me? Okay, great. Let's get this party started. This is going to be a deep dive. I don't do fluff. I don't do bullshit. So ground in, turn your phone off, unless you're on your phone, but just get off Facebook, get off Instagram. It will all be there for you later. So I really want you to tune in, because if you never work with me, buy from me or anything, the objective today is for you to ground into your holy femme power. So make this work for you. And the only way you're going to make it work for you is to be fully present and not distracted. So today I'm going to be covering the 3 secrets I used to go from broke to rocking my $1 million empire. It's now a multi-million dollar empire. And I say that with absolute power, no shame, because I'm so done with hiding that. Mostly, I do not talk any longer about the money I make. I talk about what my students are doing. I'm talking about the ascension that's taken place with my incredible divine clients from around the world. So this goes way beyond me. But I will tell you, I do know what it's like to suffer. I do know what it's like to feel worthless. I do know what it's like to have so much family baggage, completely feeling broken, having a benign tumor in my uterus and getting down on my hands and knees. And someone who was looking at working with me recently said to me, Ingrid, how did you start tapping into the divine? How did you start channeling? How do you really begin to claim your power? And I want to tell you this. It was at the point when I was trapped in so much suffering. I almost lost my life. My relationships with my family were completely effed up, and I was alone. And it was at that point that I got down on my hands and knees and I started praying, and I never got up. And that was a pivotal lesson for me, because it taught me how to tap into my own power when I had no one to save me. Okay, so I understand suffering. I have great empathy for it, but I am an activator. I am here to ensure that you learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. So I am going to be loving, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be fierce as fuck. You ready? You ready? Because I'm not going to waste your time. Okay, so I was able to do all of this without working like a mad woman or losing my sanity. I understand adrenal fatigue. I understand exhaustion. And for you, in order to run a business that makes money, that serves deeply and doesn't run you into the ground, you need to charge accordingly for your expertise. And we'll be going deep into that today. Okay, I'm going to take a bit of a breath. I want everyone to catch up with me here. Right? You're feeling the energy?
They're pumped to be here, Ingrid.
Feeling the energy? I know you can feel it. I'm so done with seeing so many women struggle that today I'm committed to you waking up, committed to you hearing me. So hear me. Okay. So if I can go from broke and burnt out to rich and lit up, so can you. You have to claim it. It's time for you to elevate your femme power, release the vows of struggle, and change the way you make money forever. Can I get an amen, sister? You'll leave this workshop knowing exactly what needs to be done to scale your business to 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond. The core components of it. So let's do this. Okay, so it's going to be jam-packed. I already went through that. Focus. And make sure that you stay to the end to get my divine money map and my divine theater healing money karma drama meditation. It's like rocket fuel for your soul. So make sure you're there. We'll put up the link and we'll make sure that you get that. Okay. So have you figured out yet who I am? If you haven't already, I'm a divine activator, a transformational teacher, a woman's wealth advocate, and a brand strategist. I stand for the political, economic, and social power of all women. Women are here to really change the world deeply, but we'll only be able to do that when we come into political power. We're no longer trapped by past trauma, social dogma, and the patriarchy. So it's time to liberate ourselves, to walk free, to be free, so that we can serve deeply and have a fuckload more fun. Women will only change the course of history when we allow ourselves to rise up financially. Otherwise, we will always be someone else's property, right? We will always be owned. We'll always be putting our hand out. And that's a very, very unsafe way to live. The amount of women that I see trapped in dysfunctional relationships, not only with men and their partners or with other women, but also within their family, where they kind of bound in this relationship that's very, very dysfunctional around money. It's time for you to shift into your financial and social power. So I have 20 years experience in marketing, sales, capital raising, and advertising and TV development. So I've been doing this to some degree for a really long time, but I've been running my online business now for about 6 years. So the catalyst for my ascension, and I lost my business. I had a company in New York City. I worked as a corporate executive in advertising. I've been endorsed by Kate Winslet for my brand, working with women. I had a clothing line called Body Love. And basically I lost that company due to fraud. A lawyer stole my corporate kit and I had to start off from scratch, which was also another really valuable lesson because I learned how to build a business with very, very little capital. So the catalyst, though, for my ascension really came when I gave birth to my divine daughter. That's me in hospital when I'd literally just given birth a few days beforehand to my daughter, Aria. And I remember being in hospital on the phone to clients. I barely had anything to show for it. And there I was. I could barely pee to go to the toilet because I'd had a cesarean. She was a breech baby. And because of also my tumor and all this illness that I'd had, I decided to go for the cesarean. And I could barely walk. I could barely function. And there I am talking to clients, giving, and really having very little to show for it financially in my bank account. So despite all those years of experience being featured in Vogue, Cosmo, Good Health, InStyle, Glamour, Huffington Post, so on and so forth, being endorsed, as I said, by Kate Winslet, I really was trapped in this under-earning paradigm. I felt like an absolute loser, an absolute failure when I lost my company. And I was trapped in this complete overwhelm of anxiety. And I remember being with my husband pretty much every night going, oh my God, do you think I can do it? Do you think I can make it again? Do you think I can? And after doing that for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and really wanting to really give up and quit, I decided that I had to pull on my big girl panties and rise up and start doing the work that was necessary. And I see this so much with so many talented divine women where it's almost like you're out of your body. You're in fight flight, you're in overwhelm, and you're not actually doing the concrete things that you need to do to get a return, to get a client, right? To consistently make sales because we're so scattered in that overwhelm. So you need to get grounded and come into alignment and make a really conscious decision also to forgive yourself and not allow your story, your past story, dictate your future reality, right? Can I get an amen on that? At the end of the day, I was always exhausted and depleted, trapped in the masculine paradigm of push, 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 go, go, go. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Now, I show up and I work consistently still to this very day, but it's really done with a deep sense of passion and alignment. And I ensure that I am absolutely nourished and I make now about 100 or 1,000-fold of what I used to. There's always been that element of self-sabotage. And as I said, I felt like a complete fraud. I've already gone over that. And if you really want to make more money, you have got to ditch that syndrome of I'm a nasty, greedy, money hungry cow. And how dare I ask? One of the number one biggest mistakes that I see from entrepreneurs online is they do not ask for the sale, right? They do not ask for the sale. We'll be going into that more. That it's got to change. So I was really over poisoning myself energetically, financially, and physically. And my new motto is F the grind unless it's the good kind. So let's have some fun, you divine women. Okay. So I stopped caring about what people might say about me. Right here, right now, what am I doing? I'm present to you. I'm committed to my message. I'm committed to service, and I'm not concerned about any feedback. Of course, I hope to get good feedback, but really what I'm doing is I'm channeling in what needs to be said with really no concern of the outcome, and that has served me deeply. I became a friggin' vixen and I ditched being a victim. I forgave myself and all others and backed myself fully. Until you back yourself, until you claim it and make a vow. Are you ready to make a vow that I will rise? I will make more money. I will stand in my power. I will show up. I will change the way I run my business, no longer running it like a charity. Yes, 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 yes. And it's down to you. You can hire the best coach on the planet like me, a strategist, a healer, a mystic. And at the end of the day, you have to fully apply the process, right? No more victimhood. And no, I didn't marry into money. When I met my divine, beautiful husband, Chris, he's amazing. He had just gotten divorced and he'd made some interesting investments online. And basically we were both starting from scratch. And when we first got together, we literally had envelopes. You might have seen me talk about this before in my undie drawer that read like food, electric bill, fuel. That's how, fuel like gas for the car. That's how we lived, right? So we started this business literally from ground zero. So I built my business by harnessing the laws of generosity, intent, and divine service. And I never work alone. And that's why I use the word diva. Diva with the brand name with Ingrid Anna is synonymous, diva, for divinity. Seeing your own divinity, claiming your own divinity, seeing the divinity in others and owning that and bringing that forward to bring more light into the world. That's what divinity means. It is not a homage to Mariah Carey, God bless her. It's really about coming into your fullness and claiming that, no longer bashing yourself up, no longer dealing with that feeling of not being enough and really deciding that you're a divine, holy, gorgeous woman because that's the truth of who you are beyond all the story, beyond all the doubt, beyond all the fear. Can I get an amen? Why doesn't everyone just tell me, I am a diva, I am a diva? Say it, feel into it, tap into that vibration of really claiming that for yourself. So are you ready to give yourself full permission to sell and make millions with grace? Can I get an amen? Yes, 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 yes. Activate yourself by claiming it. Even if you feel silly contributing here in the chat box, absolutely do it. And I keep looking down here because I can see what you're saying and what you're doing. I never work alone until this shift happened in my heart. Someone was saying about Raven that she never works alone either. Laura, I needed this. Amen. I am a diva. Yes, you are. You gorgeous, divine, holy woman. You can have what you want. You can have what you want when you claim your own divinity. Okay. So you don't get riches. You tap into riches from within. I really want you to feel into that. You have to become the vibrational match to riches for you before you can receive it on an external level. So part of the work that we do, yes, we teach strategy. Yes, we teach Facebook ads. Yes, we teach messaging, voice, sales, packaging, all of that. But at the heart of it, you've also got to tap into and feel into the fact that you're already rich. Your knowledge, your insight, your experience, your mess is your magic. Your mess is your message. Your divine trauma that you've experienced is going to give you incredible power around what you're here to teach. So I just really want you to feel into being already rich. When I was really broke, I tell my clients this all the time, and I give them loads of mantras and invocations and healing meditations and practices. But one of the core statements that I walked around chanting every single day was, I am rich. I'm not getting riches. I'm not going to become riches. I don't want riches. I am rich. I am rich. I am rich. I'm a rich, divine, holy, divine woman. I'm a rich, divine, holy, divine woman every single day until I literally believed that. And until I literally did all the healing work I needed to do to continually release all this stuff that isn't loving and abundant and nourishing, to rise into that higher level of frequency. And I'm still doing that every single day. Every day, I'm allowing myself to rise into a higher level of vibration as I keep ascending and releasing the stuff that doesn't serve me. So it's a process that doesn't end. Okay, I want you to get that. And that's fine. Don't be scared of that. Don't think, oh my God, I've got so much to go. Until the day that you leave the human realm and you go back into spiritual consciousness, right, and energy, and you leave your body, you will be ascending. So let's celebrate it instead of being fearful of it or overwhelmed by it. I'm always ascending and I'm happy to do that. Okay, so what is money? I really want you to get this. Money can be one of the most loving divine tools on the planet when backed by the divine feminine, right? Visionary women who are here to serve. A woman, when she makes money, she feeds her family, she feeds her parents, she feeds her friends, she always pays it forward. That's part of the divine feminine, right? We give, we share. So money isn't some greedy, nasty thing. It's a potent divine force, a radical divine healing when backed with this beautiful energy of love, right? Because money makes you more of who you are. If you're a loving, caring soul empath here to do great work in the world, then money is a beautiful tool. It gives us choice. It gives us power to contribute more. It gives us power to serve more deeply. It gives me power, for example, to set up a membership platform for only $97 a month. I've got hundreds of students around the world. We've got 8 hours of divine healing that happens there every single month. And we're able to do it at that rate. And I'm able to afford to put it all together because I have money. It's that simple, right? So the truth is money is innocent. We have wars and famines. That comes down to political warfare, men who profit from war, right? So we need more money to come in the hands of the divine feminine so that we can serve and shift not only our own lives, but bring more healing and contribution to the world. Can I get an amen? Are you getting what I'm saying? If you keep thinking money is bad, you will not be able to attract it. So start to have honor and be honoring of money. Claim it. Call it in for yourself. Call it in. So you say, now I divinely call in more money. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Okay, so as of the first quarter of 2018, Facebook has 2.1 billion active users. That means that there are literally thousands of people who are calling out for you, praying for you to show up. Most of my clients, when they come to me, they tell me the same thing. I was praying for someone like you to show up. But if they don't know that you exist, how are they going to buy from you? How are you going to serve? How are you going to reach them? How are you going to basically pick them up and hug them and hold them and love them? Because that's what they're crying out for. So you cannot tell me there's not enough money to be made. That's all bullshit. That's all illusion. That's all scarcity. Stop drinking the sacrifice scarcity Kool-Aid, right? There's so much money to be made. I have clients who've literally come into my program and basically gotten very, very inspired and created programs almost like mine. And you know what? I don't care. As long as they don't copy every single word that I've written and take all my copyright, why don't I care? Because there's so much money to be made. Most of their clients don't even know I exist, and there's so much there for us all. So we should not be in competition at all. We need to collaborate. We need to support each other and allow us to rise in sacred divine sisterhood. So the secret to having streams of money is to really release shame and allow yourself to receive. And you need to stop denying yourself pleasure, love, connection, and choice. So the women who rise, they have a common thread, right? And that thread is that they turn shiz into gold. I don't know one woman who hasn't experienced some sort of really deep level of pain, right? But they take that pain and they make it rain. They make a choice, right? And that's when you have gold. The potent diva truth is that really clients are not the source of your wealth. I really want you to get that for a moment. I'm going to slow down. Clients are not the source of your wealth. You are. By becoming in a vibrational alignment with riches and with service and really coming into leadership and owning your voice and your power, you'll become magnetic to clients. That is the level that you need to get to in order to attract and draw in divine soulmate clients who are ready to buy from you at 10 and 20 and 30 times the price that you're charging right now. So I went from having $100, client sessions to charging my first $6,000 package. And then I went on to have 40K clients, 20K clients multiplied by 30 people at one time, onwards and upwards of that as well into $50,000 packages and much, much more. I used a 2-part funnel, a simple and powerful process, and I scaled from there. So basically the funnel that I used was running an ad to an opt-in that I still have. It's called Sacred Money Miracle. It's an 8-part video series. We teach this in my programs. You don't don't need to do 8 videos, 3 is enough. And then we led people in by having really great content, establishing a really deep rapport with people. I booked 60 sales calls from that 3-part video series funnel, and I sold my first 17 spots in my CEO Diva business school. So I made my first 150K in about 3 months, working less, not more. So when I say 3 months, I mean like I launched my funnel, I created it, I ran the ads, I did all the calls, and I started selling. And at that point I had 3 different tiers. I had a $5,000 tier, a $10,000 and a $15,000 tier, 3 different tiers. The feeling that I got, someone asked me recently, what did you first sell when you sold your first 6K? Great question. I actually at that point was just starting to segue into business strategy, even though I've been hired as a consultant in that area and worked in that area for a long time. But right when I started and I sold my first $6,000 package, I attracted a really beautiful woman who had gone through a tremendous amount of trauma. She had an eating disorder. She'd lost both her parents and was left as an only child in her 20s. And she bought that $6,000 package paid in full. And it was a deep, deep healing program that I took her into, and we journeyed together in an incredible transformational process over about 3 months. And then from there, she went into other business trainings and business programs with me, and so probably spent over about $50,000 working with me. So you've got to be very mindful on who you think has money and who's willing to invest and not. You don't know people's situations. Just because you don't have money or much money, I don't know, you might be here, you might already be making 10 grand a month, you might be, in the high, multi 6 figures, or you might be starting off and have very little capital. What I see a lot of people do is they think that they sort of make judgments of what they think someone will pay. But when you learn how to position an offer with power, people will pay. Just taking a little bit of water. And we now have over 500 students globally. We've actually had thousands of women go through our programs. I started off my high-end Empire program now about 3 years ago, and we've just had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women come through, and it's been incredibly powerful. The return on investment has been massive, and yeah, I just love my students. These women are not women that that are just like nice people that I kind of like. I have a really deep affinity with these women. They're amazing. Some of them have become my friends, and I really feel deeply, deeply honored by this beautiful divine journey. So trust me, you do not have to do crazy launches. You can also begin to start selling programs and products like these, a higher end product, which I'll explain in a moment, with very few people on your list. I started with, I think, about 500 people on my list, a list skinnier than a supermodel, and I was able to really begin to generate an income. A lot of the women that come to work with us barely have a list. They're not really on Facebook very much. They're not doing consistent video. And so what I usually tend to say to those women is you're sitting on about 50 to 100 grand without spending a dime on ads. They're the people that are already following you just on your personal page, and you can reach them when you learn how to package up and sell high end. So our clients and students get exceptional ROI because we provide an exceptional service. We're really committed to going to the nth degree. We do give a lot. We expect our students really apply the work. They have to show up and do the work, otherwise it doesn't work. But my team and I really do make sure that we give a lot. Okay, so here we've got some concrete proof. Our students are making between 40 grand and 700 grand plus a year by using 2 potent skills. I'm going to go into that in a moment, but we're going to hear from Abby first off.
I've made $9,000 in the last 4 days that I've been part of the program. But even better than the money is the vision that I now have for the way that the rest of my life is going to look. The content is so compelling and it's so just right for me. I literally, if I could spend all of my time just consuming the content, filling out the PDFs, that's exactly what I would do. So I'm so grateful to finally be able to own and claim my full goddess divine power. Watch out, world. I'm coming for ya.
So let's now dive deep into Rich Diva. We're only just getting started. Don't worry, it's going to go pretty quick. I just want to say to someone who asked the question, what is ROI? ROI is return on investment. So if someone spends, say, $1,000 on a course, they usually will make 10, 20, 30, 40 grand. If they spend $5,000, they make a lot more. We've got clients making 20, 30, 40 grand. We've got clients who've come in completely broke, making 17 grand in their first month. Ali came in, she was being chased by debt collectors. She made 21 grand in her second month. So what we're saying is the return on how much money these people are spending is huge. Okay. So let's get into secret number 1, get rich darling. The 3 rookie mistakes that you're making that keep you broke, exhausted, and stuck in constant hustle mode. If you want a constant stream of clients hitting the buy button, you have to do this now. I'm quite impressed. I'm learning this off by heart. I've done this training a few times now. So number 1 is you're hiding. No one knows you exist. That's what it's like. Why aren't I making money? I don't know. It's so hard. This is so hard. I want to give up. Oh my God. I can't do it anymore. Have you heard that before? That was me 4 or 5 years ago. If you're hiding, if you're not owning your voice, if you're not showing up consistently online, no one knows you exist. And basically trying to sell anything is incredibly hard, if not actually impossible, right? So you have to show up if you want to sell. You have to show up if you want to make an impact, and you've got to do it consistently. You can't get online, do a video and say, oh, Ingrid told me I could get on video and I'd start selling. It's a strategy. It's a process. You need to learn how to show up online, what to say, how to reach your audience, who you're selling to. Then you need to have an offer that's really, really juicy that people really, really, really want, right? It has to be this irresistible, no-brainer offer that they absolutely, when they hear you speaking, they're like, oh my God, I want this, I need this, I get it, right? Okay, so you must build a personal brand to build your empire. Without that deep connection, you're not going to have the conversion. You're not going to have the client. So you need to create consistent content and be consistently visible in order to have that deep rapport and trust. Trust establishes a beautiful sense of connection, and from that point, you will have people wanting to work with you. You need to offer great value so that it demonstrates who you are, what you stand for, and that you're the real deal before they will buy. So no connection pretty much means no client. So you've got to get out of hiding. Mistake number 2, without consistent content, which I've been alluding to, there is no consistent cash flow, right? So content is your queen IP. It's liquid gold. You've got to start crafting powerful content that demonstrates your value, demonstrates what you do. Another huge mistake, apart from not asking for the sale, that I see so many entrepreneurs make is they don't know how to clearly articulate what it is you do, right? So then you just get people really confused. If someone's confused, they're not going to buy from you. So here's an example. Here's what I do. I teach you how to own your holy diva power and make more money than you ever have before. I can say it in one sentence. It's succinct. It is clear, right? How do I do that? I do that through deep energy and healing work, advanced online business strategy, and we hold heaps of space for you. So we bring in accountability, sales messaging, packaging, branding, and what else do we do? Just deep content creation that will allow you to really deeply connect with your audience, have a stream of consistent clients, build funnels that absolutely convert and rock so you can have the divine life that you were born to have. More time with your family, more time with your loved ones, more time for yourself, and absolutely more impact. Okay, so you need to become a media empire. Your strategy and your online presence need to be aligned, activating, and as I said, consistent and deeply clear. If you don't claim your spot online, we will not see you or hear you. You're invisible, right? You become invisible. And even where I'm at today, like my brand and what I've done over the last, 4 or 5 years, I am virtually unknown. I've only really hit like the seed of where I want to go. So I can clearly tell you that compared to me, you're probably quite invisible, right? So you've got to come into the spotlight. You've got to begin to own your voice, and you've got to show up consistently every single day. Mistake number 3, stop selling your work for peanuts, Diva. Selling $100 sessions, even $200 sessions, even $300 sessions is not going to take you into financial abundance. It's just not. Okay, so you need to raise your rates and the value of your service. So hear what I'm saying there. It's not just about putting on this big price tag onto a lame offer. It's about crafting some of your most potent transformational work, packaging it up in a way that it delivers so much divine transformation for your client, and then charging accordingly for that level of expertise and for that level of transformation. So you're no longer really being paid per hour, you're being paid for the transformation of the experience that you provide. So you're couture darling, not bargain basement second. So stop trying to undercut yourself. Stop trying to lower your prices in order to get more clients, because what tends to happen there is you just attract all these desperate sort of people who really aren't really ready to do the work. You keep giving and giving and giving more, and it's never ever enough. Right? It's never enough to that level of audience, right? So you need to raise your frequency, learn to package up to sell a higher end product, and you need to charge accordingly. And what happens then is you attract a client that is ready to do the work. She's not a victim. You know, she may have challenges, she may have fears, we all do, but it's a deeper level of like power and reverence and commitment they have, because when someone is buying a high end offer from you, they are investing just as much in themselves as they are in you, right? And they've decided. So selling high end is the fastest path to cash and divine service. So selling 1 hour sessions keeps you broke and the client in suffering. So what do I mean by that? Yes, you can do quite a transformational healing experience in 1 hour. I can sit here with you for an hour and a half and give and give and give, and you're going to be illuminated and activated and be feeling really good. But if you were to work with me for the next 3 months or 6 months or a year, I think you would have a much deeper level of transformation. You would be selling high end, you'd be making more money. It's a deeper level, and that's what high end is all about. It's about making sure that you craft something that's so delicious, that's so beautiful, that's so transformational, and making sure that you get paid for it. So your prices are based on your talent, your expertise, and your vibrational resonance, not your prospective client's budget. So some people will say, oh my God, you know, like how do I start selling higher end offers when I can barely sell a $100 session? Well, the thing is that you're completely out of alignment. You don't even have the offer ready. So how could you even hope to sell anything? You don't even have the offer. You've got to craft a higher end offer to be ready to sell it, move your vibration into a higher level of real consciousness. You need to claim yourself and the power of your work. You need to articulate it and reach the audience in a new way. And then the people that are currently following you will buy from you at that higher ticket price, I can assure you. Transformation doesn't usually come in one session. And so let's have a breakdown to explain this more fully. So example number 1 is you would have to sell 833 sessions at $120 to make 100 grand. And so your reach would need to be, if you were converting about 1 or 2%, your reach would at least need to be 12,875 people. Even if you had 12,875 people on your list, there's no guarantee you'd even sell those 833 sessions in a year, honestly. So you can see that it's pretty much not doable, right? You just are not going to make the return, and you're pretty much going to be working 24/7, pitching and pitching and pitching in order to probably reach, say, even 300 sessions, even 300 packages. Okay, so there's no guarantee, there's no consistent income, and you're going to be working all the time, and the client actually isn't going to really get what they fully need. So we look at example number 2, selling high ticket. You only need to sell 20 spots in a year, right, at a $5,000 price point to reach $100,000, or say 40 units in a year, right, at a $2,500 price point to reach 100 grand. And I'm sure every single person that's listening right now could sell 40 spots at $2,500 if you actually worked with me. Absolutely, that's available to you now. So your reach would only have to be about 500 people. Okay, So your client is paying for the transformation, not your time. I really want you to get that. Your client is paying for the transformation, not your time. If I can do a 1 hour session with someone and they go off and sell 50K in 8 days, which my client Eleni did, how much do you think that is worth my 1 hour? If I have a client come and do 90 minutes with me and she goes and sells $168,000, selling a $13,500 1-year high priestess immersion, and she does that within a couple of weeks of that 90-minute session with me, how much is it worth, right? Okay, so clients now pay me at least $3,000 an hour. That's probably more my lower price. I really don't do private consulting at $3,000 an hour anymore. If a client makes over 100 grand from that, or even a 20 grand return, it's worth every cent plus some. So $1 Million Diva plan, here's what it looks like when we break it down. So we've got the 20 units at a 5K package equals 100K. Or you can look at it like this. You've got 166 units in a year at 6K, that makes $1 million. So that's about 13.8 sales a month. That's all you have to do. So that doesn't come overnight. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is selling high end is the fastest path to cash. You start with your first 5K, 6K, 2.5K, and you build from there. The beauty of running your own business and being the CEO diva of your own company is that you can raise your prices at any point. I always say to a client of mine, stretch yourself at the beginning where it feels uncomfortable a bit, but not too uncomfortable that you're going to go into a complete freak out. And then week by week, if you wanted to raise your prices as you become more confident, as you get great client feedback, as you raise your vibration, you can up the ante on your fee as you go along, right? So e-learning is a $107 billion industry. So online education is huge. It's time to claim your divine piece of it. We do have some online retailers coming to work with us, and they not triple. That might be a tiny bit of an exaggeration that just came out. They double. The last woman that came to work with me doubled. She may be triple right now. I haven't gone back to see how she's going, but within 2 months, she doubled her online revenue having an e-store on Facebook. Sorry, not on Facebook, online, promoting on Facebook. Let me just have a little bit of a sip. How's everyone going?
They're good. They're loving it.
Okay.
Fire. Really enjoying your content. Someone even wants to know your zodiac sign.
I'm a Libra in 4 planets. I know I have a planet or something in Uranus, which makes me a very fast mover. I just want to explain something about but I have a lot of Libra, which is all about, I sort of come across quite fierce because I'm so overseeing so many women suffering, and I really deeply care. I'm a very loving person. Having a Libra in 4 planets, I usually was very over generous. My mother always used to say to me growing up, "You're too generous, Ingrid. You're too generous." I like to live my life like that. I like to be like that with my team. I like to be like that with my friends. I like to be like that with my students. I'm a lover of all things beautiful. And even, I've grown up and having some interesting experiences in my journey where, living in a mansion is not beauty if the energy is like dysfunctional. So when I'm talking about riches and beauty, often for me, what it's about is, I didn't care when I had nothing and my health was at ground zero. I literally had 3 surgeries on my stomach. I was cut open. I almost hemorrhaged and died. And what I wanted, what my first point of beauty was for me and riches for me, was having this deep sense of peace within myself, feeling loved, nourished, supported. And I really didn't have that around me at the time. And I had to really learn how to really hold myself sacred and love myself. And I didn't care if I was in a shoebox apartment, it just had to be mine, right? I wanted it to have nice sheets. I hate passive aggressive. I'm a very transparent person. I like to say it like it is. I don't like shadows and things hidden. That to me is riches, having that deep sense of peace and harmony. And I keep visualizing like candles and nice sheets and bath towels. That stuff is really important, more than the fancy car, more than some nice clothes. It's really a sacred space to call my own. And that's the first thing that I did. And then I chose a partner my husband, who's quite a gentle soul. He's not in my face. He doesn't try to control me. He doesn't try to manipulate me with money. And he allows me to be free. You know, he doesn't try to manipulate that or overpower me. That's something I will not stand for. So I hope that's given you a little bit more insight into who I am. Like, I think that makes me emotional. Like, that sense of peace. Because I grew up in so much emotional chaos and trauma where I literally almost felt frightened for myself. That was the first thing that I was going to create when I got money. So every woman can become wealthy. That's what I truly believe. You know, even women in third world countries, as we're giving more microloans and things like that, they're out there, you know, making bags and baskets and bedspreads and doing their work. So a woman, especially in the Western world, in kind of first world countries, really, we have so much choice. You know, while so many of us are suffering and we've been through abuse and physical abuse, sexual abuse, I see it all the time. I know so many of us have suffered, but we are very privileged as well, right? We're very privileged. So we're going to hear now from Jai Lee, who literally went from selling $40 and $80 yoga sessions to selling $5,000 karmic clearing packages. She's an amazing woman. She's become a friend of mine as well. She's still in my program. She's amazing. You're going to hear from her now.
She has changed my life and her team. And just learning her strategy and diving deep into her program and being supported by the other women in it, you will go through a massive healing and ascension and transformation yourself. You will drop your old crap. You will become activated. You will see the possibility. You will cry. You will get frustrated. You will laugh and cry. You will be filled with so much joy. So I am one of the ones. I came in and I had to get over some stuff first. I immediately started selling and made more in a few weeks than I had ever made in a year, based on her strategy and her support. That's what this is about, activating ourselves, getting over our own crap with the right support so that we are having a ripple effect into the world, much like Ingrid does. And the love I have for Ingrid and the appreciation I have for her makes me want to cry, because this is changing lives.
Next, we're going to hear from the Divine Christina, who's an amazing astrologer and channel of the divine.
My fear was that I was going to sign up for one more program where the mentor told me to do the same thing as they were telling everybody else to do. And so today, I went over all my offers with Ingrid, and I was having some struggle with launch strategy, and I really didn't want to do it the old way. And she just was like, no, you don't have to do that. And we just cut out all the clutter, we cut out all the chaos, we cut out all the billion moving parts to be in a program and then to do the one-on-one work with her. It was just really extraordinary, and it seriously probably saved me 2 years of painful trial and error. I've never met anybody who walks her talk like this woman. I've never met anybody who can hone in on you, what you need specifically, what's relevant to you and your contribution to the planet, and just cut out the shiz and make it crystal clear. I just want to say, whatever Ingrid offers, just jump on it, because from the moment you do, your frequency will skyrocket and you will ascend into a completely different perspective of your work and what you're here for, and it will feel amazing, and you will succeed like never before.
So how would this feel for you, Divine One? How would this feel for you? Sometimes people listen to our testimonials and they're like, oh my God, is this actually real? It is real. I can assure you, and when you learn, if you've already been running your own business, but definitely when you get a lot more familiar with running a business online, getting someone to say something really positive about you, especially when it's about making money, where so many women feel really uncomfortable sharing that sometimes, is not, an easy feat. It's because they genuinely are really happy, right, with the work. They've also learned how to articulate. For me, it's really great because they've more deeply learned how to express themselves on camera, on video, speak with power, speak with authenticity. And I'll tell you one thing that you're going to never regret owning your own divinity, light, and your voice and your power, right? You'll never regret that. So wouldn't this be life-changing for you and your family, right? To be able to go out tomorrow or the next day or a few days as you worked on your packaging or your positioning, be able to sell your first 3-5 grand package. We've even had 3 or 4 or 5 women now come in. I know Robin did, Joanne did. They made $10,000 within their first few days of joining us. So no sales and shit cash flow is pretty, diabolical. You begin to question yourself and your ability. So I want you to stop doing that. You can change it really, really quickly when you have a process that works. So you need to start running your business like a diva, not like a novice, no longer like a charity. I see so many incredibly gifted women coming to me and their prices are so small and they give and they give and they give and people rip them off, people use them and they keep giving more and more and more and more and more, thinking that's the way they're going to sort of get love, that's the way they're going to get approval, that's the way they're going to help people. And it just creates codependence and all this weird, icky scarcity for everybody involved, right? So please stop doing that. So I'm inviting you right now, Diva Ones, if you are ready to radically change how you make money, how you serve, how you live your life, how you feel about yourself, how you are in your body, how you own yourself, and no longer disown yourself, I'm inviting you to do this. It's really simple. It's a heart-to-heart chat with one of my divine divas. I think every single one of them, except we do have one guy that's working with Adam. He's amazing. Please give him a chance. He's a divine, sacred soul. He will be able to help you. We have a whole team of incredible people, my divas and my divo, ready to chat with you, ready to have a heart-to-heart to see whether we're a match. We have a whole lot of new products as well. So there's literally nothing that will stop you from actually getting the right education that you need to make a lot more money online. So we've got a new product that we've literally just released over the last few days. I haven't even publicly really announced it yet, that will allow you to start selling high end for a pretty nominal amount of money. So secret number 2 is the art of 7-figure sales without getting on the phone. We've still got a bit more training to go here. So the way that I made close to $500,000 in a really short amount of time, it was about over 3 or 4 weeks actually, was getting on webinars like this one, doing a free training, offering great value. And on that webinar, I actually, or those few webinars, it was a few of them over, a few weeks, I actually did a pitch. So we teach that as well. It's where you get your product or your program, which I'm not doing today, but you actually go through every single part of the program and you make an offer. I've sold $12,000 offers that way. I've sold $5,000 offers that way. And it's something that you absolutely want to do because you're able to reach, like we had 3,300 people register for this training, right? So being able to get your message across to that many people all in one go is pretty phenomenal. Now, some people will buy from us today, some people won't, but that doesn't mean that they won't buy down the line as they get to know us even better, right? So this is a great way for you to sell to many people at one time. It's the webinar, and we absolutely do teach exactly how to do that. We've had clients, I think we're going to hear from Ania soon. She went from having $2,000 in her bank account. She joined my program, High End Empire. Within about 4 weeks, she upgraded to my CEO Diva Mind, and she made $200,000 within 4 months selling a $25,000 teacher training. Okay. So the booked out Diva formula, attract a continual stream of buyers all at once, aka the webinar, to leverage your brilliance into high 6 figures like a boss diva. So I was petrified. I think I've shared this story a few times, but when I did my first webinar, I didn't pitch at all because I was really worried about what people might think of me, that they might think that I don't care enough and that I'm some money hungry scumbag and all of that jazz. So I didn't. I kind of chickened out, but I really gave my all. I actually twisted my ankle really badly about 2 days beforehand. And I was like, you know what? I'm completely in a pattern of self-sabotage. I'm completely petrified about speaking in front of a group. That's what I was trying to get at. And I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm either going to do this now or I'm never going to do it. So I thought to myself, I don't care if in my bed, in my pajamas, I'm going to do the webinar. So I did the webinar. I didn't pitch, but then what I did do was I followed up in my free group with heaps of lives. I kept doing lots more content, and I think I probably made about $60,000 from my first webinar. So that's available to you too. So here we can now hear from Ania that I mentioned, who went from 2,000 to 200,000 in it. Gosh, it was only 2 months. Oh my God, it wasn't even 4 months. It was 2 months. She's amazing. You're going to hear from her now.
Yeah, in just 2 months, while I was super busy, suddenly I was guided to create a webinar, even though I hadn't gone through all the content yet. I just felt guided to create it and put it out there. I did the webinar, and then I instantly sold like 25K packages from that. I can't even express how grateful I am to you, Ingrid, and to all of your team.
Hey, okay, so people are asking questions about the product. We have a product. The product is high. Of course, we have a product. The product is High-End Empire. That's my core product. We also have my Diva Mind. So if you speak to someone on the team at ceodivachat.com, they'll take you through the products. The core product that I think is absolutely the best place to start is, as I said, High-End Empire. It comes with four live group calls every single week. You have access to that group for 3 months. It comes with a full curriculum on packaging and sales, strategy, launching. What else do we have? Ads, bots, writing, copywriting. It's like a full online digital program that you get complete access to, but it's not just that. It's also these 16 live calls every single month, right? For 3 months. So that way you get your offers looked at, you get your copy looked at, you get additional sales training. So if you're having any blocks or any resistance, we've got the diviner Dora who does sales. We've got Stina who does copy. Lisa, who's one of my head coaches, does packaging. And my divine husband also does packaging and Facebook ads and messaging and strategy as well. So you've got this incredible team there supporting you. I need to let you know that someone said to me recently, your marketing is kind of really average, Ingrid. It kind of sucks. It's because I was like, okay. And she's like, Ingrid, it's so powerful. The content is so full on. So every single module comes with about a 2 to 3 hour intensive video training. We've got a few new videos. We call them the video quickies. So it summarizes the content in about half an hour. We've got templates and swipe files. We've got this beautiful divine packaging document. It's called the one-page template, really, AKA I call it the Rich Diva Bible. It has 11 examples of different offers. So all you need to do is adding your title, your tagline, and you're going to be ready to rock and roll and go. So this training that we have in High-End Empire is really deep strategy business. The sisterhood is off the charts. We get you practicing video and messaging. We teach you that. We teach you really high level, beautiful sales and embodied selling that's really about service, not about getting and getting. It's about serving. It's about connection, right? So we teach that at a very, very, very deep level. I think people do things like how you do one thing is how you do everything. You see me showing up here. I'm committed. I've really thought about it. I've really delivered my, at a deep level, I believe, in terms of planning this beautiful presentation, right? That's exactly what our trainings are like in High-End Empire. We also have a more starter program. It's called Six Figure Diva, and that's about $1,000. And you can use we've also got payment plans. We've also got finance available. And if finances are really tight, that's probably the level that you want to start at. But if you can raise it a bit more and invest a little bit more, High-End Empire is awesome because you get that live support. Okay, so the final secret is from nobody to booked out business sage. So I just want to tell you this, selling a $100 package is really hard almost. Like selling a $10,000 package is easier than selling a $100 session when you know how to position your work with power. And that is what we do teach very, very deeply, right? So when you learn how to articulate, when you learn how to reach your audience, when you learn how to really own your voice, when you learn how to own your prices, when you learn how to sell, when you learn how to create an elegant enrollment system, when you learn how to create an incredible opt-in that really brings in incredible new leads into your business every single day, so you no longer need to chase clients, that's when selling your 5K, your 10K, your 20K offers becomes so much easier than selling a $100 session, right? If you don't value you, no one else will. You need to demonstrate your value, own your worth, and invite people to take action. So if you're sitting here, Divine One, get on a call. CEODivaChat.com, CEODivaChat.com, and you're putting up the link in the chat box. Everyone, get on a call. We don't do hardcore sales. If you're not absolutely like a heck yes, don't buy from us. If you're ready, if you like what you've heard, if you are fully having a deep, deep heart connection with me and you feel like, yes, this is what I want, I'm ready, I'm going to do the work, I'm going to apply it, I'm going to fucking rock this shit, I'm going to rock the house, I'm going to rock my money, I'm going to rock my magic, then get on a call and have a chat. So you want to give away some of your best work for free, but you want to charge premium rates for your time. So Anu is another client of mine. She started really owning her power. She's had $200,000 of sales from her webinars, 150K webinars. She made about 700 grand over 9 months, maybe even a little bit more. And she's completely changed her business. And so when Anu was selling on webinars, she noticed the first webinar she did about 100 grand actually. And then she actually pulled back and she did 50 grand. And she noticed something really interesting that I want to share with you. Not only did she make less money, but she said what the thing was, when I made less money, what was I doing? I was really sort of more afraid. She's actually lives in the US, but she's Finnish. So as she was marketing to a Finnish clientele, there was a lot of kind of weird energy going on around light workers making money. So she really pulled back on one of the webinar. This sort of fear rose up in her and she kind of was acting a little bit more timid and she really wasn't really calling people in. And she said, not only did I make less money, but I actually wasn't able to have the impact because there's all these people, because I really didn't call them into action and I didn't pitch very strongly, they didn't buy. And when they don't buy, right, it usually means that they don't have the transformation. So there were so many people there still in all this pain when I really knew I could help them, but I was so caught up in my story. I felt so uncomfortable and ashamed that they didn't actually buy, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. So you are able to really make so much more money when you really, really claim it. And yes, you have to give yourself permission to pitch. In full transparency today, before I even go into this, but in full transparency today, we usually do a full breakdown of an offer. Today, we wanted to just invite you to come to speak to us and get on a call. We're doing that for a few reasons. We really want to have a more deep chat with you. We really want to see how we can support you at a more deeper level. And I've just never done this before. I've always pitched. I gave myself permission to pitch. But today we just wanted to do something a little bit different. So let's get honest about the keep you awake at night thoughts that are holding you back in struggle, scarcity, and smallness. Will I really be able to charge $3,000, $5,000, and $10,000 for my packages and then build a 6 and 7 figure business? Maybe you're already at a 6 figure business and you want to go to 7 or more. How will I learn and manage everything, such as the tech know-how, the mindset, the marketing, without turning into a maniac? And no, you won't, because we teach all of that. Can I actually do this and remain the heart-centered, soul-inspired entrepreneur that I am? Will I turn into a scam artist, a shyster, or a money-hungry scumbag? No, you will not. And do you really have what it takes to do this? Do I know enough? I hear that so much. Do I know enough? Am I enough? Let's stop that noise. Honestly, you do know enough. You are enough. And yes, you do have the power to do this, divine women. And yes, you will make this an absolute success for yourself when you sign up and then apply the process. You can't come into a program like this and not do the work. You've got to apply the process. All the people that have come in to work with us who've done really well financially, and there are literally hundreds of them, have come in, done the work, watched the modules, come to classes, and then done really, really well quickly. And it doesn't take that many hours either. You could probably get through module number 1 in about 2.5 hours, craft your offer and be ready to sell within 3 to 4 days, right? So I invite you to feel deeply into what it would be like to have clients clamoring to work with you, courses flying off the shelf even before you launch them, a community filled with people who love and rave about you all the time, cash and clients flowing in consistently, and calm and confidence filling every sexy divine cell of your being, divine one. As you come into your power, as you come into your presence, as you stop the beration and the crucifixion of that not enoughness syndrome. So it's time for light workers and visionaries of the world to become wealthy on every level. Can I get an amen again? So what does it really take to become a booked out boss? A very powerful choice and an unwavering decision to act. I like to call it deliberate intent. And that's where my energy is. It's not in push, 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 go, go, go. It's not that energy. When I say I'm a very fast energy, what I mean is I remove so much scatter that when I speak to someone and they're all over the place, I have this really divine ability to just be like, okay, let's get rid of that and let's come into the exact steps that you need to now execute in order to have that sense of divine deliberate intent for you to reach someone, get a sale, and go from there. So it's just very crystal clear energy. I used to be one of those real creatives that was all over the place. You don't need 3 different offers. I was speaking to someone recently. She says, I've got one on food. I've got one on relationship. I've got one on nutrition. And I'm like, babe, I'm already feeling drained by just these different ideas. It's just too much. Food relates to relationship and nutrition and all these, and spiritual ascension. It's all one offer. You need to integrate it into a 3-phase approach, and you need to bring it all into one collective, full divine offer. It's like a lot more, even as I'm speaking, you can probably feel, it feels a lot more structured, a lot more grounded, because having an issue with food is a soul disorder. It's not a food disorder, it's a soul disorder. So another thing about me that you may not know, I've studied mind body medicine. I'm a shamanista, I'm a channel, I'm a mystic. I've worked as a published journalist, a writer, the Sydney Morning Herald. My first job was at a Current Affair. When I went through my own deep spiritual crisis and body crisis, I've had heaps of eating disorders in my life, binge eating, you name it. So much deep trauma that I've really deeply studied the process that it takes someone to go from being really almost like ruined in that state of divine, like really sort of desperation to a sense of divine, beautiful connection. So I know what you need in order to heal because I've gone through the process. I've written about it. I published a book called Body Love Diet standing for divine. Sorry, it's not divine, daily intuitive energy transformation. So why am I telling you this? So when I'm helping someone develop a curriculum, and all my coaches that work for me under my team have this ability as well, we understand what the process is like in order to take someone on a healing journey or a business journey or a marriage transformation or a body image transformation, because we've actually done that training ourselves, okay? So when we're creating intellectual property and we're creating course content, we're very, very knowledgeable on how to put that together and how to help you to guide you to create that curriculum for your clients. Okay, so please, if you want to book in at ceodivachat.com. So during this training, I hope you've really begun to understand what it takes to build your Rich Diva empire. And most importantly, that you absolutely can do this. So if you'd like to know more about how we can support you to own your Holy Diva Holy Diva fire, then book in for that. Lisa, do you want to come and introduce yourself? I've got the divine Lisa here. Lisa Callanan is one of my beautiful head coaches. All of my coaches are absolutely amazing. And Lisa's been with me the longest.
Hi, everyone.
And she helps run the Rich Diva High-End Empire group. She's an incredible teacher. She actually started off years ago as a student. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So I joined your very first round of High-End Empire. So that was about 3 years ago. And, just as many women in the chat here are wondering, it's like, oh my God, how do I start this? And I learned how to package up a high-end offer. And very soon I was selling these high-end offers myself. So
But what were you doing at the beginning?
At the beginning. Yes, I was working as a massage therapist. And
how was that for you?
Okay, all right. Working as a massage therapist, okay. Selling $80 an hour sessions. Okay, just struggling to get by.
Working with people in
Hustling.
corporate.
Yes.
Corporate that you didn't really like. I remember you telling me that when we first met each other. That's how we and I actually hired Lisa to do massages. And she's like, I love working on you, Ingrid, because your energy is so full on that I feel lit up working with you. But when I work with these other people who are really kind of dense, they're not happy with what they're doing, I just feel drained by it and I don't want to do it anymore.
That was it, yeah. So I was going to these corporate offices doing seated massages for a lot of people, 15-minute massages, they all wanted this quick fix. And I was like, this is not in alignment with who I am. I wanted something deeper, richer. And this is what I learned too in, how to create a high-end offer.
And then what happened for you then? What did you start selling?
So I was also then at the time, I'd started to work with people who were dealing with burnout and stress-related stuff. And just like Ingrid was saying before, with the food, it's a soul disorder. Same with the burnout side of things. I came to understand that it was really a soul disorder. So the package that I offered really needed to reflect the depth of what I needed to teach and share. And so I learned how to do that. And I packaged up this beautiful offer.
What was it called?
Radiant Woman.
Radiant Woman.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
I think someone called Ingrid Anna helped me name it. Name it.
Probably, yeah, I did. Okay, so Radiant Woman. And so how did it feel like to sell your first package?
Oh my God, I can still remember that, seeing that PayPal amount come through on my phone. I was like, oh my God, this really works.
Yeah. I just had a client last week too, who we know personally because she lives locally here and she's come to a few of my events that I've had in Brisbane. And Patrice just sold her first 12,000 paid in full and then another 9,000 yesterday. And when she sold her first, she was like, what the fuck? What just happened? Like, obviously they sort of believe in it, but until it happens for you, it's a big shift. And she was like, what the F? And I'm like, yeah. And I said, babe, that has existed for you always. It's always, the polarity, the opposite reality of that you're experiencing right now is actually right there for you to claim. But unless you learn how to package it up, really market effectively online, chances are you're not going to be selling the 12Ks.
And do you know what goes on with so many women who join your program? It is like this cellular rewiring takes place.
Yeah.
I felt that for myself as well. I've seen it with so many other women. It happened for me. Yes.
Like, I'm not immune to this. I remember being, I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like to overgive. I know what it's like to do. I used to do people's copy and messaging and funnels and would be making pittance. It was just pathetic. And I didn't even really realize what I was doing to myself. I kind of was like, I know I feel like shit. I know I don't have much to show for it, but I was so caught up in this overgiving, people-pleasing kind of energy that I kind of couldn't even process that I was just completely so off the mark and how I was just going around and around and around in circles until one day I was just like, oh my God, I have to have something has got to change. And I created that first $6,000 offer. I sold it a couple of weeks later. And it was just an incredible experience, not only for my client, but also for me, because you begin to shift your consciousness and you then go, okay, yeah, I can do this. And then you keep repeating it. It's a repeatable process. So I'm just going to keep going on a little bit more.
I'm just going to say, I think for many people, it's like a light bulb literally does go off.
Yeah.
And then things start to change forever from that point.
Most people are just blocking it. If you don't think you can have it, you're not going to have it. If you don't have the offer ready, then you're not going to sell it. So when you come into our vortex, when you come into the High-End Empire program, we guide you. I've been doing this for years, right? I've helped hundreds and hundreds of women. I'm not new to this. So the curriculum is so it's very dense. It's very, very specialized, and it's going to guide you step by step in exactly what you need to do. And then every single day, if you want to, or 4 times a week, you go to class, you get direct feedback on your work. You are learning from the group. You're supported by the group, not just the coaches, all the incredible women that are there. And it's juicy, it's yummy, it's potent. And I think we need to learn to allow, that's what Patrice was saying, who sold the 12K. Yeah. But we need to allow it to be much easier for ourselves, right?
Yes. Take that in.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's huge.
And to allow ourselves to make money. Like you say, of course I'm going to allow myself to make money. Well, on some level you haven't. some level, if you would already be there if you had allowed yourself, right? So you really want to say, yes, I now allow it. I allow it in. I am now manifesting money. I now claim money as my divine, sacred, holy birthright.
Yeah.
So High-End Empire is a program
back
that
with
we've
some
been talking
questions.
about, the Gucci of online business programs. We really are fast becoming the market leader. We have a lot of other people going to other coaches and then wishing that they'd come to us. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with other coaches. Of course, there's a lot of incredibly talented women there, including my students who've gone out and created some similar programs. But I just want to say that we've been doing this for a very long time. We really know what we're doing, and we just get such incredible results for our clients, which is so awesome. Obviously, it's a co-creation, as I said. They're doing the work as well, along with us. So don't rush by. Get on a call. So we offer a sacred space and a rich diva vortex that is unparalleled. It's full throttle, high diva action ascension. So you're never going to be the same. Once you learn this process, it's not just about making more money. It's also about the impact and the service. And then beyond that, you energetically will never be the same. The way that you show up in relationship. I have marriages that are completely healed and restored coming to work with me. I have women go through radical divine health healing because they've shifted their frequency. All that heaviness, all the putrefaction that they've been carrying within their body begins to leave. Like, you just don't make more money. You have to shift your vibration, which is what we help you with in order to receive that. So who's this worked for? Psychotherapists, nutritionists, health coaches, Facebook ad managers, channels, intuitive mystics, healers, tarot readers, artists, marketing strategists, copywriters and bloggers, digital marketing strategists, dating coaches, designers, branding experts, I might have said photographers already, business consultants, so on and so forth, doulas, birth doulas, death doulas, really for anyone that's really in a service-based business who wants to come online. You can also work in person, but also coming online, releasing high-end offers, high-end group programs, so you can serve on a global level from your home, right? We're also going to now hear from Tarzan. Tarzan is an incredible copywriter. She went from 10K a month coming to work with me, then 20K, and then 6K months 30K months within 6 months. And then she went on to do her first biggest launch at $128,000, and that was in revenue, not accounts payable. Actually, 128.5K came in US dollars in cash into her bank account when she launched her first mastermind. So with no further ado, let's hear from Tarzan.
I have been so lucky to work with Ingrid and to watch her work with so many people. She is the mistress of space holding. What I have found for myself, and I see this with other women too, just being in her vortex, it just is life-changing and has created so many shifts for me and for so many others. So when I first started working with Ingrid, I was like, I would say not even consistently earning like maybe 10K a month or so. And very quickly it went to 20 and then 30. And since then I've had upwards of 100K months paid in full. It's just really life-changing. And what I love most about learning from Ingrid is she really is living it. And she is like, just being around her is like an activation. And I see this in her community. I'm so proud to be in that community and just like to soak it up. Just being in her vicinity makes things go pew. Thank you so much, Ingrid. I can't wait to work with you again.
So divas, get on a call with one of my divine divas or Devo if you're ready to screw under earning forever. These calls alone will be deeply illuminating. We're going to show you what's out of alignment, what you need to start doing to make more money, and it's going to be really beautiful and activating for you. So get on a call. We probably will book out. I've just hired about 6 more people to come and support these calls, but we probably will book out really quickly. We've also got a $2,000 savings on one of our programs right now, and I think a $3,000 savings on another one, and that will end in 5 days. So if you want to speak to someone, book in now. Don't hesitate. Answer the questions quickly and get on a call. Okay, so if all High-End Empire did was finally make your business really profitable and sustainable, would it be worth it? And if all it did was give you 2 to 2 to 3 high ticket clients every single month, would it be worth it? What would it be like if it was every single week? Like two clients every single week at an even $2,500 price point is $20K a month. That is available to you. And what if all it did was give you the power and presence to own your voice and become a diva online? Would it be worth it? Absolutely, it would. I'm so overseeing so many women suffer. When one woman gets rich, everyone gets rich. And as you know, I stand for radical change, and it starts with you as we come together collectively as sisters, rising up, creating change first in our own lives. You can't really expect to lead anyone really deeply unless you begin to fully lead yourself. So the time is now. If you want to get those savings, if you want to make sure that you get a call, please, please, please book in as soon as you possibly can. And as I said, we don't do pushy sales. So you're going to have a beautiful conversation and you're going to make a choice. Our programs are epic. We've got payment plans. It's deep, deep, deep. As I said, the transformations are awesome. You're going to absolutely love it. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. High-end empire will change how you make money forever when you apply the process. It also has a compound effect, which I'll explain in a moment. This is the new law of divine diva education. It's really a small investment to make when you master money online as you unleash your holy diva power. And the compound effect is you'll keep making money. It's not like you just learn it and then you never get to apply it again. Every single month, every single year, this will radically change how you run your business forever. The fastest rate of homelessness in Australia is women who are about 60 years of age have had them come to work with me, where they gave up their careers to become full-time mothers and they end up in divorce and they end up with no 401k or superannuation if you're in Australia, and they end up pretty much destitute. Some of these women have lived in mansions and they end up having nothing. Now, there's nothing wrong with giving up a career to raise children. Raising children is a full-time job. It's a massive, massive undertaking. But when you give that up and you're dependent on your man for financial, power and sustenance, it's a very, very dubious place to be, because a man can be really successful and then fail and then have loss, right? So you don't want to put all of that power or that control for your destiny in someone else's hands, right? Even if you are only making an extra 3 or 4 or 5 grand a month, having this, working part-time, by the way, you just work, like you can make an extra $5,000 a month, literally probably working 6 or 7 hours a week. That's including your marketing, the delivery. You want to have that in place for yourself. So traditional education would see you go to a university and spend at least $50,000 a year on an education. So that's a $200,000 degree that gets you a job. And there's nothing wrong with having a job, but if you don't love it, if you're not nourished, if you're not really loving the work that you do, number one, your soul is going to literally be so in crisis mode. But usually then you have your income is always, also capped. So if you want to make more money, if you want to have more freedom, I treat my staff really well because I want them to stay with me and I want them to be happy. And I know that I'm going to get the best out of them, right? When they're really happy and nourished. But for most companies and most corporate companies, that's not how they treat their people. They're a commodity, right? They want them to work hard, and they don't really give a shit about their well-being, right? You're lucky if you get 2 weeks off in America for holidays. If your kid is sick, it's this horrible sort of thing where you have to beg for time off, and you're probably then shamed and seen as someone who's not really committed to the company. So if you can make, even if you do have a full-time job and you do something on the side, that'd be great as well. And then you can leverage yourself. Alicia is a sexual trauma release divine expert, and she came to us, and in her first month, what did she do? $21,200, and then in her second or third month, I think it was $33,821. Amazing woman. So she was selling these really deep trauma release packages for I don't know how much, $500 or $600, and I think she's now selling packages for $5,000 and $8,000 and even $10,000. And I think she was a bit skeptical. She joined and wasn't sure and kept going. And then it was boom. And she's an amazing woman who's now fully integrated this and is rocking it, hiring more team members, doing an online program now. Awesome. Okay, so what is it costing you and your family hitting the under earning button on repeat? What's it costing you? And what is it costing you trying to figure it out all on your own? And what is it costing you waiting for your partner or your loved ones or your girlfriends to give you permission to rise? What's it costing you? Don't wait. It may never come. That's what I learned. I learned that it probably wasn't going to come, and I had to give myself that permission, right? Give myself that permission. So it can be poisonous on every level, and chances are you'll be out of business before long. At the end of the day, I don't think I lived on such a small amount of money for so long, but really at the end of the day, I was just hanging on with, by a thread. If you do not sell consistently, you don't have a business. Even if my clients sometimes make 10 grand one week and then they don't sell again for another week, it's or not another week, even sometimes another month. Sometimes when people are going through an ascension process, they'll sell well for a while, they stop. They sell well. So we actually deliver content on that as well to make sure that you don't do this kind of thing and you just keep going up, 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 up. That's really a big energetic shift, and also a sense of real responsibility where you actually have to consistently be doing a set of behaviors that ensures that you're not just doing $10,000 one week and then you don't sell for 3 weeks, that you're consistently bringing in those 10K weeks, right? So here's what I want to ask you. Wouldn't you love a business that makes a mint while you're serving deeply? You got to have ethics. You got to deliver on your word. You got to deliver the best program, right? The best offering. But wouldn't it be awesome if you were doing that and you were making the money that you deserve while doing it? So if you really want something, here's what I know. You'll find a way. Otherwise, you'll find an excuse. When I was struggling and I really wanted to do my nutrition course and it was $4,000, I found that money. I made it happen. I had a beautiful client come to work with me. She's still with me. She's now in my Diva mind. She came to work with me and she did one of my cheap trainings. I think it was about a cheaper training anyway. And then she made her first, I can't remember which one it was. Then she made her first $1,000, Vanessa. And then she invested in High-End Empire. And then she had her first $17,000 month. And now she's in my CEO Diva mind. And she consistently sells $10,000 packages. She's amazing. So you have to look at finding a way. So how long will it take you to make money? This is a great question. And the truth is that you can start selling $3,000 packages. I mean, it might not be tomorrow. It really depends on how quickly you absorb the content, but you could absolutely start doing it in the next 2 to 3, 4, 5 days. I mean, there's core components of an offer that are really, really important to make sure that they convert. And that can take a few days to really get those core components down. But as quickly as you learn it, as quickly as you get your first rough offer down, bring it to class, you can pretty much be selling in a matter of days. If you did it, you could pretty much do it all overnight, come to a class and get it down and then sell your first offer in 24 hours. Women have done it before. It's really just going to be up to you depending on how busy, whether you're at a full-time job, how many kids you have, how dedicated you are. But it's really up to you. If you want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and watch the module and craft an offer that morning by 9 a.m., you could absolutely do that. So if you were to pay me to teach you all of this, it would cost well over 100 grand, and our program started $1,000 and up. So right now you have two choices: to do nothing and stay where you're at and allow your situation to get worse, because it always does, especially when you've made a divine call. It doesn't stay the same, it gets worse. Or you have a choice number 2, which is to invest today, to fully commit, to get the support, to get on a call, and to buy something and get started, right? Honestly. And that feels really good for me to say that. Buy something, buy it, begin. It's deep work, it's profound. Buy it, invest in yourself, and start making more money. So this is a sacred invitation to radically uplevel your business and your life as you claim your sovereignty. Do not suck at getting support. If you want to chat to us about High-End Empire, we have another program too called Six Figure Diva. It's a bit cheaper. Get on a call. So no more running your company like a frigging charity. We're about to wrap up soon. No more shame, no more victimhood, no scarcity, no sacrifice, no suffocation, no self-betrayal. That's done forever. This is a whole frigging new reality that you probably never allowed yourself to receive before, because you've been trapped in that good girl, people pleaser, subservient BS, right? So that's done forever. Making money online is an art and it's time for you to master it. And you're going to come to join me. And I've got some questions. And this statement, I wrote a post on my free group recently. Take control of your financial destiny because no one is going to do that for you. It's up to you. That's changed my life. Like I realized my mother and my father weren't going to bail me out. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time. My husband really couldn't do that much for me. My husband's not, he's very savvy. He's an incredible teacher. He's a tech wizard. He's great. But he's not as natural and as driven entrepreneur as I am, right? So really, I realized that I was always going to have a limited amount of income if I just based like my salary and my income and my abundance on my husband. It's not all on him. Times have changed. Most families have 2 incomes and we can't expect, if we want to rise in our divine femme power, we can't expect our men to be the only person making money. It's a joint, creative, collective force, right? Don't expect your man to lead you. Lead yourself. The thing that I promised that I was going to give you guys today was the tough love advice that I gave to a client of mine. She's in my Diva mind. She's an amazing woman. Her husband does not make money. He's an artist. He just doesn't. And there was this sort of feeling of, I want him to be this certain way and I want him to do this for me and I want him to make money. And she kind of would make money and sell a 10K and then be resentful and she wasn't showing up consistently. She's like really good networker. She's got an amazing, people love her. She's absolutely beautiful, stunning woman, deeply talented. She's done years and years of tantric study and relationship coaching study. And it would be like, make money, not make money, make money, not make money. And she said to me, Ingrid, I want you to say it as it is. I want you to give me tough love. So I did. And I said, okay, honey. I didn't say honey. I never use the word honey. I said, okay, Diva, here it is. You are either going to be rich or poor. You being a victim, you wanting and expecting your husband to be something that he's not, and you going on and complaining about it like a little baby is going to take you into poverty. Your money and your life and your destiny is determined by the choices that you make now. You're either going to be rich or poor. If you keep complaining, if you keep going on about it, if you keep kind of like not showing up. So she has over 1,000 people in her free group. And I'm like, there are 1,000 women there who are literally like, they've literally given you permission to pitch to them because they've actually signed up for your free group. And you're there up and down, and they are there. They need you. Where are you? Get on video, show up. You know how to package, you've invested in this program with me, and you need to start showing up in an active service. So if you ever want to get out of your own way, don't make it about you. It's actually not about you. It's about your ability to serve another human being. Even if you only help one person by getting on video and standing up and speaking up in your truth and your authenticity and reaching out your hand, because that's basically what you're doing. You're literally reaching out your hand to help someone, then you've made a change. So focus on serving another human being. When I couldn't get out of my own way, and I looked down into my daughter's eyes and I thought, I am not going to be this, fucked up woman. I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to demonstrate that level of behavior and that person to my own child, my own beautiful daughter. I want her to be empowered. I want her to make her own money. I want her to own herself. How am I going to teach my daughter to own herself if I'm demonstrating myself as a complete and utter wreck of a person? It's not going to happen, right? So the love of my child made me rise up into my own power. The love of service makes me get out of my own way, sit here in front of you as a fierce, loving, passionate diva that I am, where I'm not thinking, these people are going to buy from me. Do they like me? Am I too full on? Am I too much? Maybe I should tone it down. Maybe I should be less. I'm not doing that. I'm sitting here from my heart to your heart, right? And the only way that I'm able to do that is by focusing on service and not making it about me. Okay, so let me show you what to do next to build your empire. Get on a chat with one of my divas and we're going to answer some questions.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. Okay, so Natalia wants to know, do I have to have a product already?
No. if you're a healer, a mystic, a shaman, you've done some sort of level of coaching, even if you haven't done coaching, coaching is unregulated. So you'll learn a lot from our program on how to create a curriculum. We'll help you tap into your life experience. It is good if you've had some training in that area, but you're going to learn really how to become a very, very powerful coach just by doing our program. It's not like a teacher training, like how to become a coach, but just through the curriculum and the training, you will develop those skills. But if you don't have a program and you've done a lot of like training and whatnot, and you're selling one-on-one at the moment, like as in like one-off sessions, this is perfect for you because you'll be able to absolutely really run with this very quickly. So many women come to us, they don't have a program. None of them do. I don't really know anyone who's pretty much come with us with a program. We help you get to the heart. Who are you selling to? Who you're marketing to? What's your core offer? What's the curriculum? We help you with all of that. It's part of the process.
So Kay's question sort of ties in. So will the program still be helpful if you haven't set up a funnel or even a website?
Absolutely. Most people don't have funnels or websites. Oh, some people have little websites. They're very, very basic. Really all you need to do, and we teach you this, is to create like a very simple one-page funnel to get started. So that would probably, we teach you how to do it yourself. So it'll take you maybe 1 or 2 hours. If you wanted to hire a high-level VA, it might cost you $200 to $300 to get that set up. But you can do that from the back, and you don't even need a website. I sold CEO Diva Business School with a 2-page template. So that's what we teach you, how to get on camera, how to craft the offer, how to take a template like that, a beautiful outline of an offer, and use that to sell without a sales page.
Okay, beautiful. And we've got Beck and Bubbles who've both got a similar question about how to transition it out of their corporate job into starting this.
Great. It's good because you've got some capital behind you. You've got the safety net of the corporate job. So I'd start it on the side and I'd start selling your one-on-one, like your sort of group, either group high-end or just one-on-one high-end offers immediately. And then as soon as you've got that consistent income, you can potentially leave your job should you wish to. But you can absolutely do this on the side with that basis. You've got that base with your corporate job. Don't throw that away. Keep it there. And you could even probably pretty quickly see if you can drop down to a 9-day fortnight, put more and more time into your online marketing or online world. But you can absolutely do this on the side. I actually do have quite a few women who have corporate jobs and consultancy jobs on the side as well.
And Bubbles just had another question. Is there a product that you would consider to be a great seller?
Someone put a cute gift there. I was looking. Is there a product that you think would be a great seller?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of women teach really karmic deep clearing, making sure that they like past life regression, karmic clearing, marriage, like, heal your marriage in like 8-week intensives. Body and weight is another big one. Money. We have a lot of women teaching about money and manifestation. Actually, that's what Abby teaches. And actually, she's actually just turned around and told me that she's now made $185,000 in 4 months. So we went from 86,000 in 2, and now she's at 185,000, single mum. Amazing woman. So she teaches money manifesting. I've had people like copywriters like Tarzan come in and do high-level masterminds, are really great. I've had packaging, messaging people. I've got a heap of clients who've come to me. They've never even been business coaches before. They've come and learnt so much from the curriculum of High-End Empire that they've then become business strategists.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And Margarita says she's got a very specific art modality.
Oh, yeah, Margarita. Hi. Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things that you could do, Margarita. You can do stuff with creative healing, retreats, intensives, coaching packages, helping entrepreneurs really unleash their creativity, do deep healing work with creativity. There's so much you could do, absolutely really high-end work. So you could do everything. But for example, we had this beautiful client of mine who does art and therapy, and she also does body work and all sorts of body de-armoring work, but also she's an artist and painter, and she does creative retreats. And she just did a retreat, and then she just told me that she sold an extra 10,000 or 8,500, I think it was, from that retreat through what I told her. So the other thing that we do is a lot of people leave money on the table. So you'll do these wonderful things, but you haven't then learned how to leverage those relationships to create even more income. So for example, There's probably people that you've already worked with that are like your, what you call your hot leads. They trust you already. You could go out to them tomorrow with an offer and sell 10, 20, 30 grand minimum. So what we help you do is to really like channel that in, get really, really clear and look at the gaps of what's missing where you can make a lot more money really quickly through what you're already doing.
Cool, absolutely. Yeah, that's great. So Cynthia wanted to know if tech stuff isn't her strong suit. Can she do this?
Absolutely. With the tech, we teach you how to build a funnel and all of that kind of stuff. You can use different like platform tools, like you've got your lead pages, you've got obviously, what's a Russell Brunson one? ClickFunnels. So you can really do the drag and drop stuff. Plus, once you start making more money quickly, you can also hire someone to help you build a funnel it doesn't have to be expensive. We'll give you all those contacts. Like we have a lot of referrals of people that we really, really trust. But there is a lot of tech stuff that you can learn through like just dragging and dropping by using these other funnel platforms.
Beautiful. Angel just had a comment. She's just so lit up about what you've been talking about. She said, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to unlocking my best life and learning how to help others to do the same.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's really about unlocking and living. Like it goes by so quick. Some of you know that my dad's really sick at the moment, and I'm already here in my 40s, and life just speeds by, and I just feel like life is so precious. It can be heartbreaking, it can be beautiful, illuminating, it's all those things. And I just made a choice. Like I want it to be as beautiful and nourishing and yummy as possible. And I don't want to have regrets. I don't want to be, wish I did that. I just don't want that for myself, right? Or for my family. And so I just made a decision, and I feel like life goes by at the speed of light. Like just do it. Just, even if you don't work with us, like just do it. Do whatever you're being called to do.
Yes,
just do it.
Yes.
Life is just, don't waste it. And you absolutely, absolutely have the ability. You absolutely do. And I think also one thing I want to say with tech as well is that right at the beginning for your first, say, $10,000, $20,000 sales, you don't even need a funnel.
Okay, V,
Yeah.
just another area that she's in, cosmetic acupuncture. She wants to know if that's
I
suitable.
love that. So good. Lift off the face. Absolutely. With all of that, I mean, it's you could obviously have your in-person, but you're going to be getting in for time for money. You could sell bigger packages around it. So rather than selling someone a $150 or $200 session, you'd want to create a package and an experience. There's lots of different things you can add in. Plus, you could do anti-aging retreats. You could do an anti-aging healing. I need to know more about all the different modalities. Like you've got acupuncture. I'm sure you're also like a mystic and you do healing work. You could do a lot around the psychology of anti-aging and making sure that people release trauma. So there's a whole lot of online stuff that you can do as well. You could then encapsulate pressure points and all those sorts of things as well and create something really beautiful.
Yes. Okay, Natasha wants to know about pregnancy, birth, parenting, how to do that in the online space.
We've done all of that. I've got beautiful doulas making more money than their husbands, working a lot less. But yeah, absolutely. We've had people do that. Stephanie recently just sold her first $5,000 package. We had someone asking about birthing and doula, and she's like, absolutely, $5,000, easy peasy. We actually had other women contributing and saying, I would pay for that. It just has to be marketed in the right way, and we will teach you what to do for that.
Okay, there was a woman before, I can't remember her name, but she said, how do I sell? I'm in a small town.
Oh, well, it's all, darling, you're going to get out of small town. You're no longer going to be small town. You're going to be global. You're going to be marketing to the online. So remember how we talked about Facebook having 2.1 billion active users? You're going to be opening up the marketplace by reaching people online. So you don't have to if you wanted to target ads directly to your community, you could do that as well in your city, and you could absolutely target them on Facebook ads. But we want to blow up and really reach so many more people that don't even probably know that you exist right now, right? You could be marketing to people in Paris, New York, France, Australia, by getting online. That's the core of what we teach. We have clients literally all around the world. I'm flying to New York on Sunday to meet some of my clients for the first time. They all US based, and I'm sitting here in Brisbane, Australia. Right?
Okay, beautiful. Nikki wanted to know, what if you don't have so much money to purchase your packages?
Well, we have our programs. We've got a payment plan on our lowest tier package, and that's $297 by 4. If you don't have $297 to start to invest in that package, then borrow it, loan it, get it, save up, and come to us when you're ready. But we've tried to make that package, by the way, will no longer be available in the next month at a $297. We really want to hold value on our offer. It will then be 2 payments of $597, but there is that price point to start, and that's where you want to start. Absolutely.
Okay, we've got Fee who wants to run retreats. Is this something that you can
Yes,
help with?
retreats. We do that all the time. I've got templates in my packaging of, like, my girl, so the girl that just I was talking about, Rhiannon, just ran a retreat and she sold 22 spots. I've got women selling high priestess retreats. I've got women doing all of that. Plus we've got templates for you to follow on how exactly the outline of what I use to sell my first 2-day intensive retreat. We've got heaps of those examples that you can literally just change the wording around. You basically copy exactly kind of what's in it. And I was selling private retreats. You can do group retreats, but you can also do one-on-one private intensives from $5,000 up, like easy peasy.
Okay, and Cynthia just wanted to know, how long does registration stay open for after the presentation?
We have ongoing enrollment, but we have savings at the moment of about $2,000 and on one of our products, High End Empire, and a few $1,000s on Six Figure Diva, plus our payment plans ending. But you can join at any time. You just want to, if you want to get the savings and you want to get started now, the best time to do that is now. So the next 5 days will be, the price will stay the same, and then our prices will go up. But yeah.
Okay, great. R said, I don't have my own business and I work in healthcare administration. Any recommendation as to what business I should get myself in?
You could go into anything from Facebook ad management if you learn that a little bit more through our program. You could go into marketing, messaging. You could end up having a whole lot of VAs working under you. You could have a VA agency. I need to know a little bit more of your background, but there's so much that you could go into. Absolutely with that.
Okay, great.
I think the thing is that once you come into the program, what happens for all the students is that you begin to download and see all those ideas come forward, right? You're able to ask the group, ask Lisa, ask Stina. They'll be able to help you. We're a little bit different from a lot of the companies out there on the marketplace in this space. So, for example, if we feel that people aren't getting it or you're really struggling, all you need to do is email us and we'll create additional content or make sure that we get your question answered. If you're having any problems, if I have to get on video and do an extra class, I will, but you are going to be so deeply supported.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Amen. We're here for you.
Yeah. When I say that, I just feel so much like love.
Yeah.
We love you up.
And we love what we do, right?
And we love what we do. So yes, we want to make money. We want to build our business. We want to serve people. We want to reach people. Absolutely. And so, but we also have to, like, the only reason that I've been able to grow this business as quickly as we've grown over the last 3 or 4 years is because we actually do honor our word. Like, honestly, we really do give big, and that's why we keep growing and growing and growing. If you don't have that in place, like, sometimes I can't believe it. Like, people, sell these high-end offers and they don't actually really care. And that's absolutely not us.
Yeah. Okay, so Samantha, she just wanted to know, can you upgrade packages as you go
absolutely. So if you bought Six Figure Diva and then you wanted to join High End Empire, we would just take off the amount of money from that first module and discount it from the next investment.
Lusty Lavish Beauty said she just started her lash business. Any advice?
Lash business. So are you just selling the actual lashes, or are you actually doing the fake, like putting on the lashes? Let me know. Lusty. Great name, by the way.
She said, Cosmic Ray, have you worked with African American women?
Yes. Had Shireen do incredibly well. Shireen came to me. She then did $27,000 in a couple of months. I've worked with Tracy Roman, Shireen. Now Shireen's like really rocking it as a business strategist. You can speak to her if you ever want. Message me, I'll introduce you. Absolutely. We've got a couple of women. Actually, yes. We've also, Queenie? She's, Queenie does funnels. She's rocking it. She was completely financially not doing so well, and she's now selling like a diva. There's another woman in PR, Jerica.
Yep.
So yes, we look after all sisters of all colors.
Absolutely.
We love you all. And I have to say to African American women, they tend to have a little bit more to work through, and in terms of really trusting other people and white women. I'm going to talk to Shireen about it. We're going to do a video interview about that journey. But it was, really only, one generation where there was a lot of slavery. So I just really want to send my love. I can't fully understand it because I haven't experienced that, but I just want to say that I have a lot of compassion for it. And sometimes helping those women, it's a little bit more work because of that scarcity and that sort of suffering that you've endured. So we're there for you, and we get it as much as we can being white. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, and just lusty about her lashes. She's selling them, but she adds different packaging, she said, to put her own touch to it.
Okay, so Lusty, you're basically in a volume-based business. So you need to sell a credible amount of volume to make that money. So your reach is going to have to be huge. You're going to have to get really on Instagram, really become really well known, do really out there things with the lashes, maybe try to get to some influencers. But what I'm really feeling into right now is there's probably other things that you can do on the side. So for example, if you were to do other packaging work and sell other whatever it is, maybe a coaching program or package around beauty, around owning, around branding as well, you could leverage yourself to put more than capital into building that business, right? Because you need to sell a shiz load of lashes in order to really make bank, right? And to make it profitable. So you could consider doing something kind of that relates to beauty, power, owning power, really that, and then also selling the lashes as well.
Okay, we still got questions coming in. You
Okay,
have to keep going.
Anyone, if you want to leave, get on ceodivachat.com. Talk to our divine team. Reach out to me. Tag me on the group if you want. But I'll keep answering these questions.
Okay. Eva's a travel agent. Would your program help me market my business and bring me high-end clients?
Yes, absolutely. Travel, love it. I really, absolutely. I've just went to Japan and now I'm going to New York, so I get it. And what a higher-end client is looking for. Absolutely.
Okay, Bella, do you work with Wiccan, spiritual vortex healers? I'm not sure how to package it.
That we're all over. We have many healers, shamans.
Yeah.
We have women doing the Rich Witch programs. I've got Ellen who came to me. She gave me a testimonial. She just allowed me to use this. She was in a dysfunctional relationship. She had no money. She's now doing massive, beautiful witch programs. She made 12 grand in her first few months. Her whole life's changed. So we understand the magic and mysticism and shamanism very, very deeply.
Okay, so I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Servo, I think. She said, I have an online store, but it's not public yet. Is that a good field, you think, or should I aim differently?
It depends on poems, short stories.
Also possible to sell online writing content, poems, short stories. And she loves what you said about African American women.
Beautiful. Darling, I don't know. Reach out to me personally on Facebook or email me at clients@ingridanna.com. But it will be harder to monetize the writing at the beginning. You can use the writing as an avenue to reach your audience. I would really, really consider looking into doing some sort of form of coaching or healing work around creative expression, writing. You could do retreats. Women really, really need help in that area, honestly. So you could do stuff around voice and voice activation. We have a beautiful process that we teach called the courage copywriting process. So most women are censored, right? We censor ourselves. We've been told to shut it down, don't speak up too much. So you could teach women about how to really channel in, how to write books, how to write poetry, how to express, how to write incredible ads that convert and engage. You could do something like that.
Okay, a couple of women have asked about affiliate marketing businesses, but
yes, affiliate marketing. I've had literally so many people. I've been hired as a speaker to speak to affiliate marketers. Your biggest thing is visibility, funnels, and sales. And that requires also the self-confidence, what you need to say, how you need to craft it, how to build teams. So yes, we can help with affiliate marketers. And I've had heaps of people come to me who are affiliate marketers.
Natasha was also asking, would I be overstretching myself and splitting my energy too much?
If what? Of
If she
affiliate
comes
marketing.
in, yeah.
Well, you can do affiliate marketing. You could be stretching your energy, absolutely. But this program will help you grow a bigger affiliate marketing business and create more, bring in more people that will help support you grow that business, right? You could do a sideline product, or you could then more purposely create content and video, like a funnel that will allow you to bring in more of those people into your affiliate marketing business. So yeah, you do have to be mindful. It's a good question about where your energy is going. But look, if you were really finding your affiliate, like how much money are you making? And you don't have to answer this, but like if you're not making that much money yet in your affiliate marketing business, and you need to make money really quickly, you could potentially just start selling some higher end offers, get that cash flow in, and then in 2 to 3 or 4 months, actually do it the other way, and then put more energy into your affiliate marketing business, because it will take time on the affiliate marketing. But if you want immediate cash flow, definitely learning how to package it up and sell high end, and it will help you market and grow that affiliate marketing business. You could also just, like, I sometimes have girls come in and we help them develop content and messaging that brings in more people into that business, to the affiliate marketing business. But often they end up doing a bit of both.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, Samantha wanted to know, do you work through an idea and help with branding, business names, every step?
Oh, we do all of that. Branding, business names, taglines, positioning, content creation, all of that. And we teach that. So every single week, especially if you come into High End Empire, you've got Stina there, you've got Lisa there, you've got Chris there. They will help you with all of that.
Okay, Sarah's got a great question. Do you teach how to handle objections in the course?
Absolutely.
So I don't have the money for your high-end offer, or I have to speak to my husband.
Yes,
or
we speak. We talk to all that. We've got a full module and curriculum, all about effortless, streamlined, divine, sacred, holy diva sales. We've got advanced training on that. We've actually got scripts and templates that you get the whole script, everything, including objections and exactly what to say. When someone asks or just say, I need to speak to my husband, you know that they absolutely need a course like this one because they're there in that position. It's nice to be polite, ask and speak to your partner, but really you have to make that decision yourself. And if you're having to ask for money, there's no shame in that. Get someone to give you some cash. I know that a lot of people who've come into this program have, gotten these gifts or these contributions and loans and investments from their partners, but you don't want to have to do that going forward, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So Angel, who was asking about retreats before,
yes,
she wanted to know specifically about day retreats.
Oh yeah, we
that
teach.
Was a good idea.
Absolutely, they're awesome. VIP day intensives, 1 day intensives. I'm doing one in New York. It's $7,000, which for the work that we're doing, I think is cheap. So it's an intensive. So we're doing intensive strategy in the morning. We've then got video shoots. We're actually now doing a little bit of style the day before, and that's a $7,000 US investment for that day. And then we're doing photo shoots, but I'm going to be doing a bit of video as well, some sort of video ads and production. So you can absolutely sell those. I've got clients selling $5,000 and $10,000 VIP days, and we give you the templates for all of those as well in module number 1. That's also in our cheaper offer in Six Figure Diva.
Okay, awesome. I think we're good.
Okay, divas.
Megan, we're good. Nothing major. We got it all.
Okay, gorgeous ones. Get on a call. CEODivaConsult.com. That's not right.
CEO Diva Chat.
CEODivaChat.com. I think consult.com works too, but CEODivaChat.com. Bless. Thank you for joining us. Let me have a look if I can go back to my PowerPoint. I've got this thing. Anyway, I don't need it, but it's just basically about saying thank you. You're amazing, you're sublime, you're magical, you're epic, you can do this, you just have to claim it. And thank you for your time, your beauty, and your divinity, and your courage. Sometimes it's not easy being a woman. So I really just want to, really compliment you for being here and taking the time. You could have chosen to do so many other trainings, and you chose this one. So thank you so much. And a million divine blessings,
Thank
right?
you.
And we hope to serve you more deeply soon. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.